Hey guys, my name is Seth, and this is the OpTic Topic, bringing you a special episode. Hopefully we got working now. We got the webcams going. We got finally get a CS. Ben and Jordan, respectively. Say hi real quick, guys.
What's going on?
Sup?
Yeah. So I just got back from California. Had a nice little week off there. Getting back into it. We got 2 events for CS that just happened. And also we have a bunch of stuff going on with the content of OpTic Gaming. As far as like, we all saw the vision with Maniac and music. Proofy's in there now. We got the OpTic shop. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Mainly, I want to start with CS:GO because those were the recent events. And
3 events, 3 weekends.
Let's start with the major qualifier because that was the first one to happen. I don't have the page up anymore, but this was the bad team that from the 2 weeks. They didn't do well at all. Like, I didn't have too much going into it because they're playing with Hayes. They didn't have Jason R. For the last 7 months, they haven't had someone that can that fit. We've been missing something the entire time. I'm not sure if who was in-game leading then. Was Hayes at this one, and then Tarek was at the next one?
Yeah, Tarek only started in-game leading towards Cologne. That's what the interview said anyway.
Yeah, so we had Hayes in-game leading, and I don't know what to take from these two because both events, when you look at the other teams in there, there's some upsets like you'll see in every event, but when it comes to OpTic, the games that they're going up against, like they played SK, they took a map off of SK in playoffs.
Yeah.
But then there's other teams that they're not winning against. Like, they got destroyed by Liquid at the major qualifier, just completely destroyed. And I don't know what to take from this. Should we just start with the first match and go map by map though?
Are we starting with ECS Season 3? Because that was the first event.
Did we not go over that yet?
No. Because the last one we did was just before ECS, because I was dead hype about it.
Alright,
okay.
yeah, that's true. Let's
Okay,
do
so
that.
yeah. Let's talk about ECS then. Ben, you were there.
Oh yeah.
If you want to take over.
Yeah, so basically what happened was what was expected by many. We were in a tough group, SK FaZe G2. Undoubtedly some of the best teams in the world, top 3 I'd say, in the world. And then you got Astralis in the other group, so if we get out we have a chance of playing them. Now, we didn't do well at all, and it wasn't expected, so I don't think like the major qualifier where we got destroyed by teams. Well, not destroyed, but we got upset by teams. I don't think it was really shown in this event because I think Jason R still had stuff to do with it. I mean, if we look, FaZe versus OpTic, we got beat 16-9 on overpass, which quite a heavy scoreline, to be honest. I mean, you could say it depends on ecos, pistols, wins, etc. The different rounds. Sometimes you can get an unlucky scoreline and only get 9 rounds or something. But then we played G2 and lost 16-5 and then 16-6 to get eliminated from the tournament. The maps on there were Overpass and Inferno. And, I think because we weren't expected to do well at this tournament, this meant that we had no pressure of just bombing out in groups 2-0. So, I wasn't surprised by this result. I kind of wanted them to take a map or 2 off a team and hope a team didn't come up firing, but we saw Rain from the first match dropping 27 and 16. And, the only person that would get going on our team was Mixwell and Tarek, Tarek went 29 and 15, Mixwell went 19 and 18, everyone else had 10 kills and 18, 19 or 20 deaths, and it just goes to show our team wasn't on the ball this tournament, and, we didn't have anything to worry about going forward, because we knew, easy teams at the major qualifiers, but, it looks that it wasn't the easy teams at the major qualifiers, it was just us playing bad, and I definitely think they didn't have enough time after Jason R left to practice and go over the stuff, and we saw that at the qualifiers.
Ben, you said you predicted that OpTic had a good chance of making it out of ECS.
Yes, I did.
I'm just pointing out. They
I
only
was
got
wrong.
20 they got 20 rounds. In
Yeah,
all groups.
I
And they
mean,
lost 48.
yeah, I mean, I was hoping, right? I'm a bit of an optimist. When I saw
A
OpTic,
bit?
yeah, I'm an optimist, right? When I saw OpTic at ECS
Both your
season
teams
3,
didn't make it through.
no,
Both
right?
your teams didn't make it through.
I was hoping I'd be able to see them on stage, and I was just so excited to go, right? Just like I was expecting them to be there at a major, you know, and yeah, that didn't happen. But yeah, like the other teams were just on point. I mean, two of the teams in our group were in the final. Like, what can you not take away from that? Like, it's insane. Like, to have one team in the final. Like, of course, there's two groups, so you're probably gonna have one team, but to have two beat out all the rest of the competition, it shows.
I mean, there are only 8, but I mean, like,
Yeah,
they came in the finals. They're like the two. I'd say like the definitely top 4, depending on how you want to look at it, because everyone has biases. But they're the best teams in the game. Like these 3. Like,
yeah.
Even without OpTic, like this is the group of death
Yeah.
right here.
To be honest,
Yeah.
myself, I was expecting Astralis to go through and go to the final, but it just goes to show how on fire the teams were in our group that weekend. And you know, I don't know if anyone watched the last match who's watching, but oh my god, like I had to phase up a bit there. Oh, it was insane.
Yeah, I mean, the Astralis SK game was still pretty close. I mean,
Yeah,
SK only won 2-1, and they lost map 1, and then won 16-14, so...
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, because that was the first match to kick off. No, the second match.
All 3 of those maps were close. Like they all got like
Yeah.
past 10 rounds. Like
Yeah.
they're all
It
pretty
was
close.
12-16, 16-14, then 16-12.
Yeah, it was a pretty insane series to go from the Fnatic the SK Cloud9 game was a pretty bit much a run over. There were a few chances for Cloud9 to get through, to be honest, but you know it just shows how on form
Kinda.
SK were. Like yeah,
Yeah.
did they not take one match into overtime if I remember?
Yeah, they took the final.
Oh no, not SK, sorry, FaZe. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, FaZe played Cloud9 first.
And the final was
the
great.
final was ridiculous.
Yeah, we were just like SK, and then next minute we wanted first right. So basically, the last map, SK, we all thought, oh shit, you know, it's gonna be over by like 11:30. SK won 16-0. They were like up at 11-0, and then FaZe just fucking they
Yeah.
I don't know what they did. Like it got to like literally 12:30, and SK finally won, and we're like, holy shit, what a series.
I fell asleep. I had to fall asleep, but I definitely thought FaZe was taking it. I mean, it must be heartbreaking for FaZe because you win the first map, still close, but kind of close. Like definitely not a run over by any means. But then to lose the next 2 in overtime,
I know.
like it must be heartbreaking. I mean, the only worst thing that could happen is if that's Astralis.
To be honest, it was nice. It was
I
nice
thought
to
the momentum.
go on.
Sorry, I thought
Sorry.
the momentum from the final map, after all that comeback and all that, I thought FaZe was just gonna carry on with that momentum and take overtime with ease, but just shows the caliber of SK as a team.
Yeah, and luckily, I guess we didn't get to play SK this tournament, so you know it goes to show we could I think the FaZe game we got lucky with the rounds we got, and you know it could have been worse, it could have been better, but definitely like the G2 match showed our weak side, and I think going into the major qualifier, that's what really struck us.
I know we're not getting into like OpTic too much, but I'm just thinking about now, like SK, like how they've been performing at the last couple events. Sometimes they're like in the finals, sometimes they're not. It's reminding me of like a VP type team where like you always count them to definitely take on any team and win, but sometimes
At the same time, yeah.
Yeah, at the same times they're not like too great. Whereas like Astralis now you expect them to win every time.
I mean, SK definitely when they lost FNX, like they struggled for a bit. Like it goes without saying, they definitely like struggled to find the form. But who's the new player? My bad. Fur? No, not Fur.
On which team?
SK, new player.
What do you mean new player? They have a new player?
Who replaced FNX?
Oh.
Phelps, I think.
Oh, Phelps. Yeah, Phelps. I knew it was an F.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely forgot how many. Yeah. So Phelps, when FNX left and Phelps joined, you know, I didn't know if they were going to ever come back to how they were, and they've definitely showed with the past. If you include the football, the past 3 events, you know, they're doing insane. Like, teamwork, so like beyond insane, and I'm definitely going to be. I'm not going to lie, if the other like EU teams get knocked out and NA teams, like if it's SK in the final, I'm definitely gonna be cheering for SK. Like,
yeah, me too. Big fan. I love all the guys there. Fallen is hilarious. They have great Twitter personalities as well.
Yeah.
So.
Another
They're
thing,
great guys.
another thing similar between VP and SK, they're all like great guys.
yeah, I didn't get the chance to meet SK actually, and I hopefully will get the chance at the major. And definitely, like, they seem like great guys, and just like even at the end of ECS, they're like, "Yo, it's very late for you guys, and you know, thank you for staying." And like, they thank the fans, and then they thank, like, you know, it was insane to see. But yeah, next, talking about the major, do you want to head on to the qualifier?
Yeah, I was looking at that now. I don't really want to because
No, neither do I.
I feel like whenever Vegas Squadron wins a game, or is even close, it's huge news, and so OpTic played against them. It wasn't their first match, but when that happens, that was at the major qualifier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the second match.
I will make sure it didn't get mixed up. I just remember losing the first game and going
14-16, yeah.
Yeah, I just remember saying, okay, we got Vega. This is good because some teams talk about how when they lose the first round, it's good because you go to like lower tier teams and you usually get like a free win or two almost because you go up against not too great teams. So it almost benefits teams sometimes. And like, it's fine. That was a low point for me. At that point, I missed the match, and I'm glad that I did because at that point, like, I can't believe we're not going to make it out.
Yeah.
When we lost to Penta, like, I kind of thought, all right, okay, you know, just to, it was a close match.
Every team of OpTic is known for like struggling on like the first day.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not every.
I kind of thought.
It's a thing in OpTic. Gears and Hill are special.
Yeah,
Because they're
exception.
god tier teams.
But yeah, like as soon as we lost to Penta, I was like, all right, okay, you know, that's
they
kind of
then
good.
slapped Liquid the next day. Penta
Yeah,
slapped
exactly.
them 16-3.
I felt a bit like I felt a bit thankful, like we lost to Penta after that. I was like, well, not thankful, but like I felt a bit better that we lost to Penta. And then we go on to play Vega Squadron, and I just don't see like who was playing. Like, I'm sure it's Neff instead of Naf, and like Turek instead of Tarek and stuff. Like these were Maxwell and stuff. Like,
I know, and then Vega ended up qualifying, right?
That blew my mind. This qualifier is just ridiculous.
Vega played with the heart, so like they wanted to get there, and like, do you know what? Fair play to him. I hope they do something in the major because they played insane. Like,
Flip side again found a way how to qualify.
Flip side
Very
always do
cool.
though. Like,
Lots
I
of
know.
overtime there.
but
Oh yeah, I remember that.
25-23.
another sad loss for me was the Renegades game because I thought, all right, okay, you know, 0-2, we could make it out.
Possible, yeah.
But
They haven't been doing well either. I'm like, okay, let's get one. So when I come on here, I don't have to be super sad and depressed like I always am since December. And,
Since you've been in a stand still.
oh, fuck you.
Let's go cry. But yeah, like it's the teams that we lost to. Because before, when we were losing, when we went downhill a little bit, right? A lot of people were saying, and I think it does hold some weight to it, that we get matched up against a Strauss first round and then FaZe or something like that. And like, come on, that's unfair. Like, yeah, you have to be the best teams, but it sucks when you're placing last or low because you're getting matched up against these good teams. But
this is no Astralis. This is Vega Squadron, boys.
yeah, I mean,
level.
we didn't get paired up with G2. We didn't get paired up with Mouse. We didn't get paired up with like Cloud9. I mean, yeah, like the good teams should already be in the major, but
Yeah.
these teams, like, I don't know. It's just sad, and that's one event that we could have been at.
Yeah, I think when you talk about the reasoning behind it, I think it's interesting because when they were talking about calling and like IGLing and stuff, is the problem with just getting a regular IGL in-game leader for us is that we're a very loose team, and that's what they were saying is like the reason that they tried Tarek out is because he understands that like loose gameplay that they thrive on, that they won off of. And it works, exactly. The peanut pulled through, but...
Walnut, he's been upgraded.
Walnut, yeah, next level. But, Hayes was much more of a structured, very, yeah, just a structured IGL, and it has shown throughout how long that, it's shown how long that,
yeah.
It works for our team, and so it's going to be interesting to see if we, while Tarek continues to learn the IGL position, if we continue to have success, or if maybe it was just a one-time kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. The thing I'm interested in is that. What are you guys laughing about?
I'll tweet you. You missed it in the chat. Yeah, carry on.
No, but the thing I was thinking about is right now we didn't have Adria behind us at the qualifier, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did.
He was coaching. Apparently we had I'm a Pet as well, which was quite like disheartening.
Well, I'm a Pet, but like
to be
he just began doing it, and it was just like early stages while he had a bit more time during the ESL Cologne. Yeah,
to be honest, I think that event was kind of like Hayes' last legs, if you know what I mean, like of being the IGL, that's it. Yeah, it was his last legs, and he was like, you know, the after that, if they'd lost that and then gone to Cologne and absolutely bombed out, I reckon that would have been it for Hayes. It's still it for Hayes, maybe, I reckon. Sadly, yeah. Maybe Mixwell would have gone back to EU, but like, you know, definitely, I'm a Pet couldn't do too much because, like, I don't really know. I think Hayes wasn't the right decision. Hayes wasn't the right in-game leader for I'm a Pet to work with, if you know what I mean. Because he doesn't know how to, like Stan. Not like Stan, I mean. He doesn't know how to, like, work mid-game and change his stuff and work around the movements. Whereas, obviously, Tarek knows his players, knows what they want to play like, and it's clear because the performances of Rush, especially, have just gone, like, they've gone higher. And it's great to see the guys back in form.
And so then that leaves the question is, if we do use Tarek as an IGL, where does that leave Hayes? Because what he was brought on for was to kind of like coach and like bring that leadership within the team in game. But if we don't need that anymore, would it be better to have someone who can frag and like actually do what an IGL isn't doing?
That's what I was gonna say, because we brought in Hayes and he was like coaching while we had Jason R. And then I was always thinking, what happens when we get Adria? Because Adria was coaching us for a while. Like, he was the one behind us, whatnot. And then Hayes was the one behind us.
Mm-hmm.
Or behind them, the players, whatever.
I think Adria's the team manager, though. He wasn't supposed to be a coach.
I know, but...
Initially, yeah.
But my point is that we've seen more success with him being right behind them, being the actual coach. So, if we pick up another player... What happens? Is Hayes going to be there? Or are we going to get rid of him? Or are we going to keep Adria as a coach because he seems to be doing well? Does Adria not want to do it? I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Well,
that's interesting because when we started going downhill, it was when Stan left, and I don't think it was as much as fragging power. It was leadership.
Mm-hmm.
That was a problem, and we just haven't found the leadership yet.
Well, Hayes already said if he's not playing that he doesn't want to really be a coach, because he said he really wants to play and he feels like he can play, and so I feel like if he's not playing for OpTic, he's probably going to leave. And then who's going to be standing behind us? I mean, I would assume it would be I'm a Pet, right?
Yeah, I'm a
for
pet.
all of our events.
Yeah, I'm a
And it
pet
would
from
make
now
sense.
on.
He's the best. He's so good. Like,
Yeah.
see what he did at CLG. Like, it's insane. So.
And see what he did to us in Cologne. Moving on to that swiftly.
Nice transition. So Cologne, it was better because we.
It was insane.
My last point.
Insane,
my last
bro.
Point, my last point in the last event was it was the same type of format. We played against lower tier teams and we couldn't win, right? And now we played against higher tier teams, especially FaZe, and we did win. We won more than double the amount of rounds we had at the last event, or maybe it was the event before. But we definitely had an increase in rounds. We had an increase in leadership, and that's one of the key aspects.
And if you look at like the playoff bracket, OpTic was the only team to take a map off of SK.
That's what I brought that up earlier. I'm not sure if that was before show, the show that we were talking about, but we took a map off of SK, and
The only team to do so in playoffs.
And we got a little unlucky because every other team that won the first map went on to win that to win the series in the playoffs, except OpTic, because we took the first map off, and I was hyped because I'd go into work again, and I'm like, geez, we just won the first map. Like, if we do this and I'm in work again, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm still pissed that we lost though, but like I said, the key point is we won the games. We play against North, who's going a little bit down, I'd say, because like I remember like Thorn was like, oh, the best team right now, but they're not like the best, but they're still a really good team that is going to be difficult for an OpTic at the level that we're at now.
Yeah.
And then Space Soldiers, who did they beat? Did they beat SK? They beat one
Yeah,
really
SK.
good team.
Yeah.
They shocked SK
They
the first
beat
time.
the map one, yeah.
So
16-14, it was really close.
you could call that just a fluke, and then we just beat Space Soldiers like
It definitely was a fluke.
like a normal game. But I mean, they had enough skill to beat SK, so they're a team that we still have to try for. Because before, when we were at our high, when we won E-League, Space Soldiers joke. You know what I mean? Like a lot of NA teams joke. A lot of the lower tier EU teams we don't even have to worry about. And so when it's Space Soldiers and we're at this level, this is a game that I take really seriously, and we're still able to pull that out, which is awesome, even though they're like a little lower tier. And then we were able to even beat FaZe. We did get slapped really hard by Liquid.
Yeah, I know. That was.
hard.
I was thinking, whoa, we're doing pretty well. I'm like, what happened from the qualifier? And then we played Liquid, and I'm just like, oh, never mind. We're back to where we were.
To be honest, I think Liquid had a massive read on us, and that's the reason why we lost to them. You know, Liquid are quite well known with the NA scrimmy style, as people would call it, whereas some teams might not be, and some teams might not have been prepared. Hence why we might have took a map off the map off SK. But yeah, like it's just
interesting.
Time will tell. I think with this team, like we always say it, time will tell, but it will. Like the next few months. When is Malmo? Does anyone know?
Where is it?
When is it? I know it's in Malmo, of course.
I was gonna say.
I don't know.
I don't know. I know the qualifiers were going on for it.
Yeah, I don't know if we're invited. I don't know if we're going to go to Atlanta. There's a message on the board, apparently. The Reddit said in Hex's vlog, the board of the league. Yeah, but that could be for the Gears or Halo, I think.
Yeah.
But
probably.
I think. August 30th, right? Is New York before then?
I honestly would say don't go. Which I know sounds weird, but I think Mixwell needs that more time in Spain. Because you can tell that he has been missing it a lot, and I feel like he definitely needs that time just to be with his girlfriend, with his family, just kind of get back, getting some refreshment there, and just like take his time there. And if he feels rushed to come back here, then it's going to definitely affect his play and his mindset.
What if he likes to break too much and then doesn't want to come back?
I mean, then
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what happened. I don't
Yeah,
know what
the
happened.
next event's in Malmo. That's on August 30th, and then after that, we might have New York pending the qualifier, which is on the 19th. Which I think
Right.
we could beat out because like they're definitely going to try and qualify because it was an insane event for them last year, and there's 8 teams going, and I don't know how many get through in the qualifier, but if there's any more invites, I bet we'll be in them just because of Tarek's friend online tweeted out New York next. So whether that was a hint that they're going already or they're gonna try and qualify. Like, we'll have to see, but we got Malmo August 30th to September 3rd, but before then we got the qualifiers for New York if we are qualifying. So we've got like a month before the next match, way past a month before the next match for us, if we don't go for Atlanta, and I think the team just needs to reset, Hopefully they don't reset too much like the last break we had, but...
Yeah. So
yeah.
Quickly looking back at the SK and like the phase wins, what do you guys think we did right to get those wins? I know you could say like we just played loosely, but is there anything specifically besides the Tarek IGL that you saw that was different that you thought helped?
Mixwell.
We played together.
Yeah.
Like I've not seen them play as a team. I know it sounds weird, but like I've not seen them play in the right positions for a long while, and definitely they played to what they're comfortable with, and that's a big change.
Yeah.
If you get someone who's not an AWPer to say, right, you got to play AWP, say rush, not an AWPer, right, you got to pick up the AWP this round and rush there.
Rush.
Well, he's obviously not gonna hit shots there.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit of an extreme circumstance, but like if you say, right, rush hold B site on Mirage from Car when he likes to support someone watching Car from short, Hazed will plan ahead, which Tarek can change, going, right, okay, someone's closest, you go there, I'll go there, back you up, support, etc. And that is a lot more organised than having set out strats, because if someone can read your strats from what you do, then they're going to counter it easily. Whereas if you change up your strats and change up what you do, how are you going to prepare for that?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the one of the key points when looking at how we played against Liquid to compare it to that, because like that's kind of what you're saying. But Liquid were just able to like counter that. Like Stan's playstyle, I think counters more of terror.
Exactly, yeah. This is the playstyle we were used to with Stan, and so if Stan knows what playstyle and knows the players, he obviously knew how to counter.
So,
yeah. So it's basically two of the same coming together, and unluckily this time, Stan got the better of us.
And I mean, Liquid's under the better leadership, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Stan also led Tarek. Like he was the in-game leader, and so he's the one that knew the team. Okay, like this person could do this. I could have this person do that. We should do this.
He knows
like
the
this, 'cause these
weaknesses.
people are alive. Yeah, so they're just going to counter us for a while until.
I think we
until
talked
get
about
our
this a
feet
while
grounded.
ago, actually, Seth. Remember one of the first matches when Stan left and you said to me, I bet Liquid win this because Stan knows us inside out. And I said, no, they won't, because, our playstyle is going to be different. And I can't remember the result of it. I'm going to try and bring it up
Yeah,
now.
who won that? Tell me who won that. Yeah.
Because I remember saying it a while ago, and when did Stan leave? Was it Christmas? Just after the major, wasn't it?
Yeah.
E-League major.
No, OpTic won the first time they played, but I think Liquid won the next time they played.
Yeah, but like it was leading up to the first time. Yeah, first time. I buy Power Invitational. I remember this actually, because you said yes. Was it the first round matchup or the second or something? It was the second round matchup, and we were predicting who was going to get through, and you said we'll win against Misfits, and then you said we'll get beat to Liquid because Stan knows our playstyle too well in a best of 3, sorry.
And was I right?
And OpTic won 16-14, 16-14. And then the next week we came on and said that was too close. Obviously he knew our play style, but we know how to counter it slightly.
I remember that. I do remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But obviously this time he knows how we play. He knows the loose play style, and he was able to spot our weaknesses and.
Yeah.
So another point I want to point out is, regardless of in-game leading, there's also a sense of fragging power that you need in a team. And when we played FaZe, there's a history because we played them on train, and for a while, before we were this low, we were playing them on train a lot. And I remember people saying like, "OpTic, I know you like on train. Stop playing train against these teams that just are better than you and fragging and whatnot." And we did really well against them. I know they had a comeback. I believe this was the map where we went up 12-3. They had a comeback. They came back quite a bit.
Yeah.
But like, I haven't seen, when Stan was on the team, I haven't seen a team play together. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but when Stan was there, you can see the team play together, coming out, getting the trades, hitting their shots. Like, everything was on point, and it seemed like everything was going well for OpTic in that matchup.
Yeah, we've said it quite a while. The very the thing that we struggled with was seek counter terrorists and post plant decisions, because when we're in that 2v4, like, I don't remember the last time we saw OpTic get insane clutch. The last time was probably rank S. Like, that's it, and we're not good together playing as a team, watching angles and stuff. So with Tarek, I think we're gonna get a lot better, and it's only going up from here.
I mean, if you look at the LTV ranking, we actually moved back into the top 10.
Yeah.
Moved up 4 places and we're now
Top
9.
10.
Yeah,
Top
we're 9.
10.
Adri's only been
Which
with
I
us in a
mean-
week, and we've already moved up 4.
And I'm a pet.
Last time he was with us.
That's interesting to see.
Hang
Well,
on,
do they include that in like the rankings?
hang on. Last time Adria was with us, we were in a similar situation. We were losing hope and everything. Then Adria came along, and I think we went to second. Was it? Let me check. I remember making a Reddit post. Adria. I'm gonna try and find it on the Adria. I can't find it right now, but I think it was. Oh, I've just found it actually. Oh, yeah, here we go. I posted this 3 months ago. Just to note, we're 13th when Adria was manager/coach of this team about 4 months ago, on November 28th. Our highest position since then. Yeah, so we went from 13th all the way down to second on the 28th of November, from being 13th like a few months before. And we were, what were we last week? Does anyone know? Oh, we were 13th last week.
Yeah.
So Adria's rejoined back
we
in
moved
them.
up.
Yeah. So
And I'm a pet.
on that note, we're going to win New York. We're going to win E-League Season 4, or whatever new season it's going to be. We're going to win Malmo, and then we're going to become first.
I don't care if we
Yeah,
win the
I
next
agree with
couple
that.
events.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I would place a lot of money on that.
I don't care if we win the next couple events.
Yeah.
I care if, since New York's coming up, if you guys remember last ESL 1 New York, that was one of my favorite events.
I wanna go. How much
we
are
went
flights?
down- We went down 0-2, and then I think we beat Astralis, and then I think we beat like Astralis FaZe or G2 or something like that. Next team's out, and then we almost beat VP to qualify. And I just remember, like, they had scenes in Vision. It was, not only was the crowd good, but like how the team like improved and played together. Like, I don't care if
Hex
they
was
win
there.
these events coming up, but as long as the events are fun, and we can see that the team is doing well. You know what I mean? If we lose 16-4 every single game with the same results, I wouldn't be too upset. You know what I mean? Like, I'd still be upset that we lost to Vega and whatnot, but like, oh, when we played Liquid, we only lost 16-14, then we beat FaZe.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as they're close and we're improving, I don't need them to win right away.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
If anyone lives in
Tech still has
Boston-
a lot to learn as an in-game leader, so.
If anyone lives in New York or Boston and wants to put me up for like 7 days while I watch the event, I'll fly over and watch New York.
You're crazy, bro.
I'm joking. No, that'll be next year. I'll be at New York next year.
I'm sure
Dude,
you
where
will.
you come with all this money to travel?
I need to find a new job, don't I? Right. I'll be back on that one.
All right, but yeah, definitely improved from the last event because they definitely struggled at the one before that. Hopefully, they improve from this going forward, and they go on that success with. I'm not sure if Tarek's going to be permanent in game leader or not. I don't know. I still think we need a new fifth player that can hold his own. Yeah. I just saw Pimp got officially released from Liquid the other day.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, no way.
No way in hell. He doesn't want to be in the US anymore.
No, yeah.
But
Any player that's gone from US to EU has developed themselves enough, and they're going to get picked up by a team. We saw it was simple. I reckon Pimp has got something lined up, and when Mixwell goes, I don't think he's going to come back to US. But hopefully that.
You don't think he's gonna come back?
If he goes, I don't think it'll be to another US team. I reckon it'll be to EU.
Oh, if Mixwell?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he does. If
Yeah.
he leaves OpTic, there's no way he's going to an NA
I mean,
team.
Yeah.
we're probably gonna drop him.
To us, NA is the kind of place where the teams. What? What are you saying? No, NA is the place where the youngsters come. They find the feet. They get in a good team. They place high in a few events, win maybe a few lower events, and then they kind of get dropped back in EU and go get a team, and they do.
Join Navi.
Yeah, they join Navi and destroy that team.
But yeah. So, should we move on from CS then? I mean, I think we've touched on everything.
Yeah, I think.
Besides more speculation, which we've done for the last 7 months about maybe we'll get a permanent fifth.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hayes is not permanent.
Probably not.
Hit it here first.
We're never gonna have a permanent, bro. Just
Dude,
accept
like
it.
it's been over half a year.
Apparently Hex is going to step in for a match.
I'd rather Crimsix, dude.
Six. Yeah, honestly.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
Crim for fifth.
getting off the esports
I just farted.
train a
That was
little
a
bit.
man fart.
What?
I was happy to turn on Vision and see Proofy back on OpTic. Now, I've been following OpTic a while, back when he was on OpTic and then he left and he came back to OpTic and all that. So I was really hyped when he came back. I'm like, oh, he's gonna be producing more content and whatnot. I don't know if you guys really care or not, but I think this is a huge move and I love it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Proofy brings so much light to everyone he's around. His personality is infectious. He's just so enthusiastic. He's just got energy.
I feel
And
happier.
You can see within the past week of him being here, content has been amazing. And obviously, it's kind of the honeymoon phase, is what they call it. The first little bit that we have him here until it starts to become normal. Because everyone's motivated at first. You get a new job or something. You're like, oh, I'm gonna work so hard, and then a couple months later, you're like, I hate this. But it's gonna be interesting to see if that carries on. But if it does, it's gonna be awesome. I think Proofy brings a lot to the house. I think he's determined. He wants to prove that he can keep up with the grind, and he also has good motivation. He wants to be able to support his family and to be in a position that he's secure for the rest of his life. He said in his most recent video, he said he wants to compete next year in World War II. But if his stream, his YouTube, and cost obviously being on the analysis table, if all of that's going so well, that's important to him that he wants to keep that and focus on that no matter how much he wants to compete, because it's important to him to have a firm future and foundation for the future.
Look at Jason R. I mean, he did the same thing. A lot of people are doing that. They're like, I'm not sure if I can get on a team that will be able to show results, and I'd rather keep the stream and this consistent thing and build this up, because it's easier to build this up than a team.
Yep.
And like I said before, I'm not sure how long everyone that's watching or you guys have been following, but Proofy Proofy has like a long history with OpTic, and
Yeah.
and Envy. It's funny because like he's been on both those teams a couple times, but going all the way back in the day, he was one of the greats. Like in Black Ops One, like
X Games, baby.
actually, I will say out of every single Call of Duty top 10 like highlight clip, Proofy's 4-piece, I think still ranks at number 1.
Oh yeah, it was insane.
Dude, I'm so mad I missed that one live because I was watching an event. I missed that game. Like, it was unbelievable to get a 4-piece in general, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
And against who it was, you know.
on Search and Destroy and against Complexity.
EG, wasn't it? That was,
Oh yeah,
it was
EG.
at the time.
Call EG, yeah. But like, damn. So Proofy's good, and like you said, the energy. I'm not sure because I don't remember him being this energetic. It almost seems this is just me. I might just be like a skeptic trying to like fish for things. But it seems like he might be trying a little too hard. But it might just be because he's like really into it. Like I don't know if I'm on board with the proof isn't the pudding thing. I liked it better when he was like when he said I'm Proofy, aka the Cannon from way back in the day. But
right. I think he is a very energetic person, but I think he is like riding a bit of the hype, you know, of being back on OpTic, and that's giving him a bit more energy. So I don't think necessarily he's pushing it too hard. I just think he just has so much energy right now because he's kind of happy with where life's going. He's analysis, he's doing that. He's got streaming, YouTube. He's on OpTic again. I mean, like
he's in an awesome house with a bunch of people his age, like having fun.
Free to live in, exactly. I mean, like, what is that not to be happy about?
Imagine if someone said, "Okay, you could take a bunch of guys your age that you already get along with, you move in a house together, all have common interests. I'm going to pay you a lot of money, right? You could do something that you actually like because it seems like he likes YouTube and streaming and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who wouldn't take that?
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
I'll take it.
Speaking,
yeah, I know.
Hex.
You need another OpTic podcast? Move us all in.
This could be the official.
We'll do the weekly podcast with Bose. You know, as you're not turning up on Saturdays.
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
Right now, this is the unofficial official.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it could just be official.
No, we're joking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can I just say something about Proofy? I hope he brings people out the rooms. Like we've heard Mixwell. I don't know how Mixwell will work with him. Hopefully, Adria and Mixwell will kind of like come out a bit more of the room if they go in that room again. We don't know, but I hope they like kind of Proofy brings them to life, and you know, I want them to like interact with the house more because I think They do interact with the house, but not a lot, and it would be good if they could interact with the other guys more. And another person, Big T. Like, I hope he comes out with the house,
He does a lot with people.
He does a lot, but like you never really see him in like Hitch's vlog, Hex's vlog. Hex goes into his room.
You see him leave the house, but you don't really see him in the house.
There's a joke in the house. You only see Mixwell with the same amount you see Big T, and you see Big T like twice a week.
Yeah.
So like I hope they all come out the rooms a bit more.
Big T puts out content though.
Yeah.
Big T, he's working. You know, you see Maniac a lot, but he wasn't doing. I know he was streaming everything. He was going hard at streaming and everything.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like uploading and whatnot. Speaking of which, hopefully Proofy can like motivate Maniac because we all saw it in the vision and it was like a big topic because people weren't sure how they're taking it. Maniac was thinking about maybe not focusing on YouTube too much and doing beats, making music for stuff like Vision, for OpTic content.
Yeah.
And I was watching his vlog or his video the other day. He was talking about how it came across was, hey, Hex, I don't want to do YouTube anymore, but like, what if I just make music for Vision and you pay me a bunch of money? And he said like that's how it kind of came across, but like he still wants to do YouTube and stream and everything, and he also wants to make music. But he likes making music, and that's what he wants to focus on more than anything. Just how Hitch does YouTube and everything, but he focuses on Vision.
Yeah. I think originally the idea sounded insane. Like I'm like, you want to drop everything and just become a content producer? And I was like, if Hex is down. That is extremely generous, but I was like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But once he explained it in his video that he uploaded, I was like, okay, it makes sense. He wants to give it a go. He'll still do content. He'll still do all that stuff. But I think there's some potential there. His music is alright from what I've seen. It's nothing like too
He just got us a
special.
bunch of dislikes, dude.
But I'd love to see where he can go with it, and I think he has good contacts in the scene, and I think he can maybe do something. So that would be interesting to see. And if he can't, then I mean, Hex did say that's the kind of the last straw. So it'll be interesting to see what happens then.
My point is, how does this benefit the organization, right? Because I know a lot of people will say like Hex is only keeping on to him because he's friends, and like that's what people have been saying for a while. Like, yeah, focus on business. I'm not saying he is or not, but when you look at the business aspect, you're laughing again.
I'm not, dude. Don't worry about it.
But when you look at the how it affects the organization, what music is he going to be making? Because you already have like the music in Vision that people know as Vision music,
and it's free.
Yeah, and it's already free. If people want to go make a playlist out of that, they can. And everything.
Yeah, it's interesting. From a business perspective, it was pretty close to pointless, but he wants to give Maniac a chance to build his brand, and I understand that they're good friends. So I think if Hex is willing to do it, it's his organization. He did say it's his last chance, so let's hope that Maniac can actually pull through this time.
Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I'm skeptic. I don't think it's gonna work out too well. I mean, like, just again, how does it affect the organization? And at one point, I mean, people always say this: why is Maniac in the house? Why is Embo's in the house? Why is insert name here in the house? And then look at the people that are competing and do YouTube, Scumpy, you know, and like, why is Scumpy not in the house? Why is Crimsix not in the house? And so people are just kind of upset with the house. Now they only have one. They're kind of like pissed, like, what's going on? Like, all the people are actually doing work, move out, do their own thing, and the people that like they think at least aren't doing anything are in the house, and what they think not doing anything.
Can I just say the Embo's like things? I personally don't like. I've not really watched Embo's React stuff, and people have been giving him slack for uploading content that isn't his, that someone else has made. Now, I like on the video you'll see it's he uploaded like 3 or 4 videos of like it was someone else's content that they had made out of his stuff, and I think it's his original footage. He could have done that himself, you know what I mean? But it's just because someone's put it in that way, in that order, with that music. All right, okay, yeah, it is kind of like a lazy way to get a video. But do you know what?
Very lazy.
It boosts the guy's channel. He's advertising the guy's channel. The guy even posted in the comment, "Oh my god, I can't believe an OpTic member actually uploaded my video. Thank you so much," or something. And it's amazing to see.
Don't forget that other people actually like that.
Yeah,
so
I liked his videos he's been uploading recently with Proofy and stuff, because Proofy and stuff.
Proofy.
Poopy. Nade's nickname for Proofy. Poopy. But I remember watching one Nate Shots video, was like a couple months ago, and it was like me reacting to my first MLG win. I'm like, this guy, you know what I mean? He's doing this, putting out a video reacting. You already experienced it. Why are you reacting to it? But you know what? Like, sometimes the reaction videos are actually worth it, because one, it lets you go back and take another look at it, and it gives you a look that it's another look that from someone's perspective that you may not have seen before. What is going on?
Nothing. Okay. I agree. Most definitely. So, I kind of think we've covered most of the things that we needed to cover for this episode.
Yeah. Next week, we're going to be going over a little bit more. I'm going to post a calendar that we have with all OpTic events.
It'll be up here right now. Right now. On screen.
Thank you, Jordan, for doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna post those in the links because we have some events that are coming up that we want to talk about before they happen. And whatnot. So
all the events on that calendar are color coded for what we're participating in, and then also what else is in that esport in the given month. And every month we'll come out with a new one. It's just an OpTic topic powered calendar for all OpTic events and all like esports events. So yeah.
Except, I thought you did do that. Never mind. I thought you put the Krakow major in green. But
No, I fixed that.
Yeah.
I'll still be there if anyone's there. Please comment below. I'll meet you there.
Yeah. Anyway, next week we're going to be taking a look at we're going to be going over the Global Pro League for COD. We're going to be going over HCS finals, previewing them before they actually happen. And next week we'll talk more about that before that happens, and then we'll preview the playoffs, which OpTic should, if they don't, I'll be shocked, qualify for. But
Yeah, we do have a
the plan.
very hard group, so but we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah, I still think we'll make it out. We'll talk more about that next week. You think guys have anything else to add before we sign off?
No, just check out the links below with the calendar, and then of course my Twitter link is there if you want to.
And mine, and
follow
Seth's, and
the OpTic topic.
Yeah.
follow. Oh yeah, it's right
Somewhere up
below us.
there.
Mine's right there.
Anyway.
Anyway, until next time, guys. We'll see you later.
Peace.